Hi everybody, welcome back to OCA today, where we have probably the most exciting news of the season so far, because the Hawfinches have began breeding. Now, this is something that I've been waiting a long time for, so I'm so excited to announce that. Not only that, but we've welcomed the first chicks of the breeding season from some of the native birds, and we have some more developments with our other species of native birds to talk you through with as well. We're going to begin to look at the Greenfinches. Now, the Greenfinches have been the birds that we've finally welcomed some chicks of. These are the first native bird chicks of the year inside the bird room, which is super exciting. In this nest site here, we have 4 chicks. They're about 3 or 4 days old at the moment. The parents are doing a superb job of feeding those chicks. I've been giving them a variety of different foods. They've been getting some egg food, they've been getting some germinated seed, and I've been giving them a mixed insect sort of mix as well. So that has got pinkies, buffaloes, a couple of waxworms and calciworms in it, and they have been devouring it so far to feed their chicks. So that's really great news. The chicks are looking excellent, so we'll be able to ring them in the next day or so, I anticipate, and you'll be able to see that in next week's video. It isn't just this pair that have brought us some exciting news this week. We've got a bit more news to come from. First off, this pair down here. Now, this pair down here, this was originally a singled off hen. We've had her on her own for probably about a month, 5-6 weeks now. She's been down there and she began to build a nest. Now, she is last year's bird, so she did take a little bit more time to mature than the other hens, but she built a nest, and then because she was due to lay, I decided to take the cockbird from the pair in the top row and put him down here with her to hopefully, all going well, fill the eggs. Immediately when introducing them, they mated about 5 or 6 times, and she's now just began sitting on 5 eggs down there, so I'm hoping they'll be full. It certainly won't be out of a lack of trying from the cockbird if they aren't full, but we'll see. She's only just began sitting, so that's great news so far. And for this hen up here, who is with the same cockbird, she's on a couple of eggs as well, but I'm not sure if they're full just yet. It's been a real mixed bag of results from the Siberian bullfinches. We've got a brown pastel cockbird and a normal hen. They've been really hit and miss, to be honest, this past breeding season so far. Now, it is only mid-May, so I'm not too worried. They're only just starting to come into real prime condition at the moment. But we've had some eggs be left by her and completely abandoned. Last week, we had her lay some eggs and she just refused to sit on them almost completely. Now what I've done is I've took those eggs away she refused to sit on and popped them under a canary so she can foster them, all going well. We might have a couple of bullfinch chicks to come in a couple of weeks' time. But then the hen decided, after about 4 days of ignoring those 3 eggs, to then relay another clutch. Now, I replaced the 3 eggs with some fake eggs. So she's since laid another clutch. She's got 2 in there of her own and 3 fake eggs, and then has began sitting on them for the past 2 days. So I'm not too sure why. She seems a little bit indecisive whether she's going to sit or not, but I'm going to leave her with those 2 plus 3 fake eggs. If she sits them, that's great, and if she doesn't, well, we have 3 under a canary, and then we'll see what happens. But real mixed bag of feelings so far. It is an immature hen. She's only last year's bird, so we'll be patient with it and we'll see what happens. Since introducing the nest sites to the lesser redpolls at the beginning of May, we've got them off to a flying start. We saw in last week's episode, this pair in cage 3 were a little bit indecisive whether or not they were going to sit there 5 eggs. I can now confirm that after 2 days of deliberation, the hen did begin sitting on them, and she's now been sat on them for 7 days. So we have some redpoll chicks due this coming weekend. So I'm hoping by next week's episode, all going well, we'll have some chicks to introduce you to as well. Now, for the pair in cage 5, we saw the hen laid 3 eggs onto the grass liner. Not sure why she didn't build, but she has began sitting them. The only thing is, first off, I don't know if they're full, and secondly, I did try to put a nest felt under her just to support the eggs and make sure she was sitting on them equally. As soon as I did that, she stopped sitting on them and left the nest. So I did have to remove the nest felt, and then she went back to sit on them. So it's a little bit touch and go with this pair. and we'll just have to see what happens. All going well, we might have a chick out by next week for them, but I don't know. For the other pairs then, we have a pair in cage 4. She's just laid her 3rd egg today. She's built a lovely little nest. Now this is a current year hen. She's with an experienced flight to cock bird that I had here last year. He's doing a fantastic job in caring for his hen, so I'm really hoping we do get something off this pair. I am quite keen to breed off them. And for this pair down here, they've started building, yet no definitive nest shape form just yet, and no eggs, but I think it will come very soon. For the pairs in the top 2 cages, nothing yet. They have been showing interest, they have been carrying material, but remember, we're only in mid-May. The breeding season for lesser redpolls generally starts at the beginning of May, so anything now really is a bonus. So I'm hoping a little bit better weather, a bit of extended light hours for the summer, and we might have some luck with them, so keep your fingers crossed. So about 2 or 3 seasons ago, we had a single pair of European Hawfinches. They were quite an old pair. I think they were about 7 years old, both of them. And we had some good success with them, at least to begin with. We had the pair go to nest and we had 2 eggs off them. Sadly, the eggs were clear and then the hen never went back to nest and we lost both the birds that following winter. I didn't manage to get any for about 2 years or so until we finally managed to get a pair last autumn in 2023 here at O'Shavery, and then just before the breeding season we managed to pick up a second pair. So we have a pair outside in flight and then another pair inside in an aluminium flight cage. This is 6 feet long, 2 feet wide and 3 feet high. So 2 chances that we could breed some Hawfinches this year. And that's where the exciting news comes in. That's where we've got some great things to announce. So for this pair inside at least, we've got some success. They have laid 4 eggs in this past week. Now, it's been a little bit weird how it's happened. I saw the hen carrying a little bit of nest material, just some cocoa fibre, and I went in to inspect the nest site and make sure that it was firmly in place, ready for her to start building. And as I put my hand in, I actually discovered 1 single egg. She then laid a further 3 eggs and she's now began sitting on them the past 2 days. So there's 4 Hawfinch eggs underneath her right now. The pair are definitely a compatible pair. I've seen them feeding each other. They get on really well. There's no aggression between them. So I just feel everything at this moment in time is pointing towards us possibly getting some full eggs and having some success with them. So all going well, we might. Please keep your fingers crossed for us, because this has been something I've aspired to do for a number of years and it feels like we now have a very big chance of succeeding. So I wanted to show you this just so you can fully appreciate how beautiful a Hawfinch egg is. So this is an egg I had laid by that original pair about 3 years ago or so now. I blew this egg, so it's just been stored in a dry place and it's in perfect condition now. They're just beautiful. They're like a tinge maybe of blue, but generally quite a very pale colour on the background. And then on the base of the egg is all these little squiggles in black and browns, and some of the squiggles actually kind of look like tadpoles and things. It's quite an interesting egg to say the least, but they're absolutely gorgeous. Just to give you a size comparison, this is a Hawfinch egg next to a Greenfinch egg next to a canary egg. So you can see that the Hawfinch egg absolutely dwarfs the others. It's probably 3 times the size as a canary or Greenfinch egg. Very, very different. So there's 4 of these right now under that hen that I'm hoping will be developing some chicks for us. Anyway, everyone, that's it from me for this week's episode of Breeding British Birds. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and I'm so excited to show you the progress in future episodes that hopefully we might have some young Hawfinches, we might have some young bullies, we might have some young redpolls, all going well. So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe down below, smash a like on it, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook for daily updates and behind the scenes footage of all of our birds. Now, thank you very much for watching once again. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.